Yeah,
They don't have $1,000 in case there's an emergency.
yeah.
Got me in that category.
Yeah. So, I mean, that everybody knows somebody that's in. I'm definitely in that category myself. I'm working, towards making money. So the thing about you'll have different conflicts. You have people asking different questions. I'm here right now. I've been in the movement since the beginning. Any question that you have about how to present the information, the problem that you had when you presented it, any doubt that you might have, I can't erase those doubts, but I can definitely address them. Feel free to ask me, to ask those stupid questions. What I say and what I do, I don't get paid for it. I do what I love. My name is Victor Love, so I got but use my knowledge, because the thing that you haven't run into yet, I've already done it many times over. I've been out, on the road by myself, handing out flyers when people actually threaten my life.
We have a
So I've been
question over there.
Oh yeah, and maybe not. I don't know if any of you know. When I try to talk about this, and again, I don't know enough to be able to talk about it eloquently enough. People ask questions, especially people like a little bit older than me, from a generation that really was totally brainwashed. They want to say, "Oh, that sounds like communism," or "That sounds like socialism," or "That sounds like," fill in the ism. And I say, no. And is there one of these, of any of the Zeitgeist movies, that talks about why this isn't socialism or communism?
That movie that you have in your hand right now addresses that very objective.
Yeah,
Or objection, I'm sorry.
Yeah. and so a way that I answer people with that is that they come up with excuses so they can kind of hold on to their beliefs.
Yeah.
Because just like the movie I was showing earlier, so indoctrinated into it, that they identify with it as themselves. And I say, well, it's not really communism, it's socialism without the money. So just say when you have Medicare, instead of it just being for you, it'll be for your kids too.
And in a research-based economy, you wouldn't have banks. You wouldn't
Yeah,
have.
But see, when you
money.
People,
see, when you give them, when you give them too much, they shut down, because what they're looking for is you to give them something to shut down. So what you want to do is you got to be smart psychologically, and know you deal with the question that they answer, and keep it simple. Like they say, okay, yeah, it's social. I say, yeah, I can't argue with you there. It does have some similarity with socialism, but it's socialism without the money. Right. So that means that whatever I can get, whatever you can get, you just don't have to pay for it. But you still can work and do stuff to contribute. You just don't get paid for it, but everything that you need is met, and is met with the best that people can have. So you deal with people where they at. If you say no, it's not that, then you already presented an out for them. You see what I'm saying? One of the things that is common with people is the religious barrier, right? The minute you talk politics or religion with people, they shut down. What I say goes. This is the way it is. God, blah blah blah. So what you do instead of being argumentative with them, say, it's a good point what you have, and Jesus. I believe when Jesus talked, he had a lot of great points. But when you go to heaven, do you have to pay for your wings when you get there? What in heaven do you go to that you have to pay for? And so when Jesus said the Lord's Prayer, how be that name? I can't come with, but the earth as it is in heaven. Shouldn't earth be more like heaven? When he said, chase out the money, chasing the usury, what do they call it? Usury.
Israel.
It's because they was charging the people money. So I just want to live more in accordance to Jesus' belief. So people can't argue with you about Jesus' belief, because then they upset the very balance that they believe in. You're hoping for the best, that they will come to the light and know that a bunch of that stuff they believe in is hogwash. But what you really need them for is the basics, to be able to come up with a place like this to live in. The other stuff you can work on later, because this is the most serious. Right now, food, shelter, water, clothes, non-conforming thing, all that kind of crap that we have to deal with.
I just want to add, like, when you're speaking to somebody else, I think two things you need to have when you're trying to spread the word is confidence, above everything, and then patience, because people are ignorant. And when you try to talk to someone who's ignorant, if you're trying to talk to a kid 6 years old, and you're going to have patience, and you're going to need to be confident about what you're trying to. So you can't be like, oh, well, I think this is going to work. You're just like, no, this is going to work because this is not working right now. So you have to be kind of confident and have the patience too when you're talking to somebody else.
And you made a good point, a valid point. But one of the things that you will run into is people that are so indoctrinated that they cannot change or will not change. When you run into people like that, if you talk to them, it don't take a lot of time to figure it out. 5 minutes at the most. Yeah, you're right. That's good. You know about it. Yeah.
One thing that I do is
just move on. So thank you for your time. I appreciate you having a word.
No matter what, you're gonna
move on,
get
because
them.
that person takes 5 to 10 years to be broken away from that. You don't have that kind of time. So remember, if you have that tunnel vision, keep in mind that 10% is all you need.
Right.
Yeah.
So for every 10 people you talk to, if one of them gets it, you're ahead of the curve.
I always say this over and over again, I have called low-hanging fruit. People are easy, they're kind of on the edge, they're looking for something else, that's what you go for, you don't go for the repeat Fox News watchers, that's not your audience.
if he has a penthouse and a couple BMWs, so stop it. He's living comfortably. He's not really affected.
I wouldn't say it's still moving, so.